Hello and welcome to our round 3 coverage from the Las Vegas Challenge presented by Innova Discs. This is the opening PDGA National Tour of the year. Big Sexy commentary here with you again, Nate Sexton and Jeremy Koling.
And this is always the exciting part of the tournament, isn't it, Nate? When everyone's starting to get filtered into the right spot. Calvin Heimburg, first year on tour. Look at this guy. He's an animal.
After that, minus 1150.
And Josh Anthon. We've got a couple of new guys on tour and a couple of old guard. Got Josh Anthon, obviously, he's been around quite a while. 4 second places at the World Championships. Really impressive. Austin Hannum with his new sponsor with Discraft, putting together a really solid start through 2 rounds. And
oh, wow.
The man. Wow, what a dramatic stare down.
Yeah, man, I'm wearing a brand new pair of pants, too. Not 30 minutes old.
And so we've got a couple of the seasoned veterans and a couple of the new guys on tour. And we're going to start off in the Innovative Factory store here in hole 1, 415 feet.
Yeah, 415, but the basket is actually not in this position. They had it here early on in the week, but then they moved it to the middle of the fairway. So the cart path's really not in play. When we did the drone flying, the basket was in the wrong spot. So it's probably at least 70 feet to the left of that position.
Yeah, I'd say that's about right. And Calvin Heimburg, if you guys aren't familiar with him yet, he was a guy out of Florida, Gainesville, Florida, graduated with a chemical engineering degree from UF. So if disc golf doesn't work out for him, he's got pretty good chances of doing well in other things too.
Yeah, I love the guy, man. He's really, really talented. Cannon for an arm. Smart, funny.
Yeah.
Like, he's what this game needs, absolutely. I hope that he continues to play, commit himself to disc golf because he's got a really bright future.
Yeah.
He's maybe 23 years old. A fantastic talent. He went a little long there with the big flat to hyzer shot. He's probably 35-40.
I'm kind of surprised he didn't go for the big hyzer up where that plane is flying right now.
We talked about it before the tee shot. We were both kind of nervous about that tree, that big tree in the out of bounds.
Okay.
Josh up the middle.
Oh, wow.
Whoa.
Almost rang it up there. That was a really great shot there.
19 under par. Austin Hannum.
Austin Hannum going from pro discus to discraft over the offseason. A really promising young up-and-coming player from Oklahoma. He's in his mid-20s. He's got a lot of power, big forehand game, big backhand game, and he's really putting well.
A little too high on that shot. That's going to leak out left on him.
At 18 under par, Nate Sexton.
Nate jumping up,
46 places.
46 places from first round to second round to make it lead card third round here. That is getting it done, sir.
This is a champion Thunderbird.
It's a nicely hung out wide shot to get that late skip on that Las Vegas steel grass. Oh, that's the best shot of the group right there.
Have a great round, gentlemen.
Ooh, FollowFlight. I like that.
Starting off with a FollowFlight. Congratulations.
Yeah, I just need to go flat with this. If you come out with hyzer, you go kind of where Austin did. So I was just really trying to aim at something way out there to the right and just keep my back straight, throw nice and flat, and just count on the disc to finish.
And Austin from about 50 feet or so. Good effort. And Calvin from about just inside 40 maybe. And wow, just like that.
He came to play.
Yeah.
This whole week. I think this whole year, man.
This whole
He's
year,
gonna be. He is. I really am. I see a bright future for this year for him. He's playing really well. Josh rips that putt.
Yeah, I would say get used to seeing Calvin's name up at the top. He's one of those players that just has that calm demeanor. And if you think that his 1039 rating is not accurate, take this one over the off-season. Or not really during the off-season, but from October to January.
There is no off-season in Florida.
No, there isn't. Exactly right. But in 23 rounds in Florida, he averaged 1056, I believe. Something along those lines. I might be off a little bit.
It's insane. Definitely within a point or two. I saw that.
Yeah.
I saw that posted on Facebook. It's incredible.
Yeah, he's playing really, really high quality disc golf right now. So birdies for Calvin and Nate. Moving on to hole 2.
Hole 2 is a par 4 at 579. It's a pretty short par 4, reachable, quasi-reachable by the biggest arms. You're just got to really just air it out as far as you can, and then it's a pretty simple upshot. If it's not windy, kind of like today, it's pretty much perfect weather. This hole becomes about as easy as a par 4 could possibly ever be.
Mm-hmm. It's one of those tweeners that I don't really mind because it is really exciting to see the big 2 here.
Yeah.
And Calvin's going with that Star Destroyer that he's been throwing really well for the last couple of seasons. A little bit wider than he'd like. It's going to be probably 65, 70 feet right of the pin.
Yeah, a little more, but it's probably pin high. I mean,
Yeah.
that's what 579 looks like in the air.
That's right.
I'm going Destroyer, a little too low.
And that's your big boy Destroyer as well. I've seen you throw that thing over 500 feet on several occasions.
Yeah, that's definitely my go-to.
Everybody's got their favorite.
Very likely another Destroyer here.
And when Josh throws a full shot like this, he likes to call it winging it. Josh, a nice little wing there. Austin, a former baseball player. You see a lot of those guys with that real strong baseball style bodies that really get a lot of power behind their shots, know how to turn those hips and get all that torque into their throw.
Yeah, using all those muscles at the same time. I'm up first, going with a dart, just kind of a straight upshot, nothing really in the way.
Making it easy there. Good shot. Hole 2 is the easiest hole of the course, averaging 3.26. Not surprising. It's a very easy hole to get your birdie 3 on.
Yeah.
But like you said, there is that eagle opportunity.
Yep. It's in these conditions, it's a hole, and we might have missed Josh's upshot there.
Yeah, it looks
There
like
he
we
is.
did.
Easy birdie for Josh. One of those holes where to make a 4, you really have to make a catastrophic mistake at some point.
Or, just the putting error.
That could be catastrophic. I mean, just like
yeah,
a really uncharacteristic mistake for players at this level.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, especially on the league card through 2 rounds. These players are all playing at an elite level so far.
Going to be a star frame for the group. Hole 3, par 3, 389. This one's going uphill. You have to get over a little rise right off the tee. Probably going to be distance driver, kind of on a big hyzer.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be the play for most people. It's got a biggie size end of a flag on top, so you know where the thing is.
It's my kind of flag.
Yeah, so you just need to play that big wide hyzer. Hopefully, take a little skip up towards the basket.
And that little mound right here off the tee. I mean, if you're going for the big hyzer shot, really shouldn't be in your line of sight. But
Yeah.
it actually it can be if you try to go for that flat style late hyzer shot. So
Yeah. Beautiful shot from Calvin. I'm trying to copy him, but I got a little too much juice on this. It's staying too flat. I need to go higher. That cart path is safe, though, so
okay, good.
no worries.
I'm glad that that's not what they call a river cart path.
Yeah.
That doesn't even exist. Those aren't real.
Yeah.
Although-
Josh, also too wide. See if this can skip through.
Oh no, those trees are very grabby. Yeah, that's going to be a kind of an awkward stance. That's a nice looking line from Austin. Maybe a bit tight on the hyzer. No,
Beautiful.
very well done.
Good height. Josh, back to the basket.
64 feet. Is he going to spin it in there? Oh, just off the cage.
You heard me right away when he let it go. I was like, yeah, I thought for sure the thing was in. It was an amazing shot.
Yeah. Good effort from that distance. Did they move this basket down a little bit?
I don't recall.
Okay, I thought it was a little bit longer, maybe up at the top of the hill.
You are probably right.
Yeah, I don't know. Let me get some archivists look at last year's footage and tell me how wrong I am.
Good birdie from Austin. Calvin lining one up as well.
And
Very nicely done.
And he started this round off with a 5-stroke lead or 4-stroke. What was it?
Something, a decent lead.
A decent
I
lead.
think
And
four.
Look at the scorecard right now.
He's
Right.
got more birdies than everyone else.
Yeah, he's got more birdies than everyone else, and he's got a 6-stroke lead on just this card alone. So if you want to start up a national tour round off with a lead, that's the way to continue growing that lead.
Yeah. Hole 4, par 3, 309. This one is going over an out-of-bounds golf green. And then the hard part about this hole is this sand trap that's just coming into view now. Once you clear the green, if you're a little too low, you're in that hazard area. You're going to take a penalty, and you have a real death putt waiting for you if you're putting from there, because this is on this little built-up area behind the mound, but there's nothing behind the basket. You're going to be at least 35, 40 feet away if you airball that putt. Calvin with the straight mid-range. Just needs to clear the bunker and does so easily.
Oh, wow. That's really nice. It's hard to get over that hillside and not trickle all the way down to the back of the fence. If you get down to that fence, it really sets up for a really strange putt, and it's kind of a death putt with that bunker behind the basket.
And here comes Austin. This is needing to get out of the sand, and it barely does.
Oh, yeah.
It was a tough ruling. It was kind of a weird ruling. It was definitely a benefit to the player situation. We clearly thought that was inbounds.
Yeah, it looks like it's on the outside edge of the bunker, but the sand definitely continues past that. And you can't really do it any better than that.
Yeah, I was with the Firebird. Just try to hit that hill.
That's how you draw it up right there, folks.
Josh going with a kind of an interesting play. Big hyzer.
Oh, there seems to be a lot of things in the way, but yeah.
Catches a tree, falls down.
I don't know if I really like that play just because, well.
60-footer. Does he run it? Of course.
Oh, my gosh. I love that play. Hyzer is a smart play off the tee.
I could not believe. I mean, that is such a gutsy putt. I would not run that.
I don't care if it was for the tournament. If it was to win the tournament, I'd lay it up.
I'd take second, proudly.
Take second easily.
And Austin's putt was no slouch either, but just after watching Josh's, Austin doesn't get the credit he deserves for that amazing 35-footer.
And it looks like we're going to have a star frame on this pretty treacherous hole.
Nice. Star frame.
That's really good star frame on a hole that's averaging pretty close to par. Danger all around, and 2 death putts hit by Austin, and huge putt from Josh. Wow.
Ridiculous. Hole 5, par 3, 470. OB fence on the right, OB cart path way down on the left, OB green, and another big drop-off behind the basket. This is kind of a gut check hole. We had a bit of a headwind. It's kind of a tough decision. Do you want to go across? Do you want to bail left? Do you want to bail right? Calvin's going to go across. He's got all the arm.
Yeah. Especially with that 4 birdie start, and he needs to put the brakes. That thing was heading way past the basket, I feel.
Yeah, hits a tree, stays in bounds.
Mm-hmm. But safe. Austin as well, going for it, but maybe getting the edge turned down a little bit too much into that wind. But speaking of the wind,
similar spot.
Very similar conditions to round 1, just a little bit warmer.
Mm-hmm.
Much better round for scoring. I'm expecting to see some really low numbers for the field. And you're going for it as well and clearing the green, given about, 44, 45 feet?
Yeah, maybe 40, somewhere in there. Pretty happy with that shot.
Yeah, that's a good place to land. And Josh winging it here.
Big wing.
And that's going to get some nice edge. Skip.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's beautiful.
That's about 30.
Yeah, just maybe right around circle's edge.
Austin going to lay up smartly. And Calvin for a 5th consecutive birdie.
Is he running it? Oh, yeah, he's running it. Oh, that needs to sit down. That's rolling back. That's going to be just fine for his par, I'm sure.
Here is my birdie look. Kind of a death putt.
Ooh. Okay. All right. You can just stop doing that right now. No.
That's pretty unbelievable. OB.
No.
You could hear me say that's pretty unbelievable because it's really not that. It's really not that slopey. I was pretty disappointed in that result. I mean, my fault for missing the putt low, but come on.
And Josh.
What a birdie putt, back to back, absolute death putts.
Yeah, that's.
And then the other
Really
the
impressive.
hole before that, he almost threw in from 65.
And wow, this is a tough putt after that bad break. Just
Sneaks it in.
sneak it in the beak it. I mean, come on, man.
Yeah, man. It was.
Let's keep the
It
theme
was
going.
a high stress situation right there. I was getting heated.
You see that putt miss low 8 times out of 10. I feel like it's a really hard putt to commit.
And it's just not one of the big candidates for a rollaway. This green is like flatter than most.
Well, you could see it rolling behind the pin, but not right back at you. It's pretty flat right there. So
not an outcome I had envisioned. But what are you going to do? Great birdie from Josh.
complain.
Yeah, to everybody. I'm glad we have 100,000 subs so I can get my complaints out there. Hole 6, par 4, 770. This one you've got to go just kind of straight and far as you can. A little bit of turnover is good. You want to stay out of those giant rocks. OB way right with the fence. OB left is kind of in play if you don't turn it over with the cart path. And then you got the basket kind of under the tree up on top of the little mound.
This hole is playing surprisingly difficult considering it's pretty wide open, and 770 isn't necessarily that long for how wide open the hole is.
You
but
can't really go straight at it, though. It costs you a little bit.
Right. If you go straight, you definitely put yourself in danger of skipping out of bounds, maybe going in someone's backyard. And you start turning the disc over, you can do exactly what Josh did there and turn it over into those rocks, and makes it a pretty long approach. Or you can just do what Calvin does and just leave yourself like a putt.
And not quite a putt, but
That's a huge drive.
boosted.
Boosted is a great word. Underused in today's society, I feel.
But back in years past, people were just saying boosted left and right. But these days, man, it's just fallen out of favor, and that's just a big disappointment.
That would be a great name for a disc.
The boosted?
Not the boosted, the boost.
Yeah, I like it. That's a good shot from Austin. That's really good.
yeah.
Right to the middle of the fairway.
I'm going with the Big Boy Destroyer. Or is that the...
This is him.
That's the same one?
Big guy, yeah.
Yeah, that's a good shot there to the tee pad, skipping past into the fairway. Leaving it relatively short. I'm going to guess a forehand Firebird approach is coming.
Decent guess.
All right.
Only time will tell.
Only time will tell. And Josh is going for the big high flex shot. Is that going to get over the top of those willows? Not quite. Looking like a par coming up for Josh, although he's run scarier putts so far this round and made them, so who knows?
Austin a little bit high. Needs to sit. Could have used a little hit off that tree maybe, but gets right around it. Leaves himself kind of a long putt.
And there we're kind of seeing why this hole might average higher than like a mid-3, and that just because that basket is sitting on top of that little mound. It just, I was wrong.
I had it in my hand, but then I went backhand Cayman. It
wow.
That tree seemed like I could hit the tree if I went forehand.
Okay.
And when I went backhand, I thought there's nothing you can do to mess this up.
Sure, and a good choice that was as you scoot up to the top of the mound and leaving yourself a short birdie putt. And I believe that's Calvin's trusty Champ Rhino that he loves throwing.
It might be. I'm not sure.
He has a clear Champion Rhino in his bag. That was clear, so I'm just
Yeah.
going to go ahead and assume that that's what that was.
I won't argue.
All right.
Josh kind of catches a little bit of trees coming out, but he's got inside circle putt left for the par. Austin for birdie. A little bit of action, 18 feet.
Calvin, this would be a solid birdie putt. Well done.
5 under through 6.
Yeah, good start, says at the bottom. I think it's a...
Yeah, you might upgrade that to great.
Yeah, I'd say that's a great start.
Josh for par.
Oh, no. That's definitely a mistake to not get up and down from there. He's too close after that second shot to not put one closer to the pin. Tough break there for Josh. That's going to bring Calvin's lead on just this card alone back to 7 strokes. I mean, this is the lead card. We're halfway through. We're more than halfway through the tournament now, and Calvin's getting pretty comfortable up there.
Yeah.
You can see some action from people chasing from other cards, but as far as this card goes, he's got some breathing room.
Yeah, hole 7, par 3, 453. The basket is kind of down in this bowl. Wide hyzer with the distance driver is the prevailing play, but we were dealing with a pretty stiff headwind. It was kind of
Really?
the wind was kind of intermittent this day. Like sometimes it was windy, sometimes not much. But when we stepped to this tee, it was definitely playing a factor.
Well, you can see it. Those palms are swaying. Crazy.
Yeah, really.
And Calvin's got his destroyer out, swinging it wide, and just needs to get around that palm. But nope, that thing is there for a reason.
I'm going with a pretty overstable destroyer that I got from you in a trade.
Oh,
It's a Brinster one, but I flipped it right over.
I was wondering if I could have that back.
I'll think about it.
All right.
I'm kind of behind a tree, not really ideal.
Austin going with a force, I believe. That's looking pretty nice.
Yeah, that is very good.
Yeah. Inside the circle on this hole is really nice. It's kind of a fun shot, considering it's just a wide open shot. At this distance, it really requires you to pick the right disc and judge the wind. I mean, just like any shot, but this one at that distance it really showcases a really good shot. If you get close to the pin on this one,
Yeah, I like
you feel
it as
pretty
well.
good. Oh, you really were pinched behind a tree
Yeah,
there.
stuck behind a tree. Couldn't really go for anything, but easy enough layup.
You got 2 forehand approaches as Josh has gone to a knee, giving it a run, as he is known to do.
Let's have a third.
My goodness, look at this.
Everybody's in the bushes. And we tried to convince Austin not to forehand putt, but he resisted.
Oh, come on, Austin. Oh, he should have forehand putted it. That's a
Frustrating.
frustrating miss. I don't want to put it in bonus territory, but it is the 6th hardest hole and is only averaging 2.89.
Yeah.
In relatively calm conditions. That's pretty high average considering what I feel like
Pretty
this.
long, and it's got some guardian bushes and stuff where you would want to skip the disc in. You really do have to take that high line Austin took.
Yeah, only 18% of the field birdied the hole, which is saying that it's playing pretty tough.
Yeah. Hole 8, par 3, 350 feet. Kind of a tricky little tee area. You got a lot of pine trees in your way, and then you've got to get over this out-of-bounds green that isn't really very far. Then you've got to stop the disc right before the cart path. That's probably the hardest part, is that the cart path is right behind the basket, so you need to put the brakes on.
Yeah, there's no 2-meter rule. In fact, not that this tree would. I could see it catching a disc, but if you try to play that tree as a backboard, it's not a bad play, actually. It's pretty thick, and it's right over the basket. But Calvin just decides to
Off the lock.
put it perfect.
Beautiful.
It doesn't hit the hillside, doesn't hit the tree, just collects the grass and is parked.
This is a brand new Metal Flake Rock 3.
And
And that's OB on the golf green.
that's OB in the golf green. Oh, no.
I think that disc got like in my suitcase or something, because there's no way.
Yeah.
It wasn't even windy. It's brand new. I could not believe it. The thing was flipping over.
Okay, the Rock 3, not a Rock X3.
Rock
Just a
3, Metal
okay.
Flake Rock 3.
Okay.
But no wind,
Yeah.
not thrown with Anheuser. And it just rolled over, and it barely went 250 feet. I don't know. Huge error on my part.
Yeah.
Good shot from Austin, and Josh going with an eagle, which he almost instantly regretted.
Yeah, that's heading out of bounds.
He said he should have thrown a rock. He said in the practice round it was
Really?
windy and the eagle was good.
And curling back.
Hmm.
Oh, okay. Don't you think out? Yeah,
I'm trying to determine whether you crossed in bounds up there or not.
Yeah, we didn't really have any evidence, but I thought it was like a cut roll. Is what I thought. I guess our cameras didn't even catch it anyway.
Yeah.
We assumed that it had hit to the right and kind of buzzed back onto the green, but really we didn't know.
Well,
Either way, a little layup. No matter
Yeah.
where it's OB, I'm just gonna lay up.
yeah.
And Josh, for a par save.
He's really good at disc golf, you know?
Yeah, the putting is otherworldly at times.
Yeah, he's it's just kind of a mentality, you know. I feel like you see that in a lot of California players. I don't know what exactly it's related to, but
They've been playing against Josh,
yeah, he's been playing against them.
and they
Who
know
are
what
playing against him.
Yeah, I think there's no one in the world that I would rather have take like a 45-footer for the win.
Yeah, he's not scared of anything. And you see the chase is on Ricky Wysocki with an eagle on hole 2, and birdie on hole 4 and several other holes. he's making a chase.
Many a bird. Hole 9, par 3, 369. This hole's been shortened to kind of protect the houses because that's where it was in the longer spot. I think people were ripping it into the yards. It looks like the basket is not. No, that's not where it is. It's going to be out in the field. This is must be a position that they use casually when the course is not in tournament setup.
Yeah.
But it's one of the easiest holes on the course. You can see it now. It's just kind of a wide hyzer. Just make sure you stay wide enough to take a skip. And that cheer is Andrew Presnell acing the hole after this.
Yeah, you'll see in just a minute when the back 9 starts, actually.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was Andrew Presnell, that yell.
No, you won't see it on video. I'm saying that you'll see the hole.
Oh, the hole. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
Unfortunately.
The video exists. You can find the video.
Yes.
But yeah, amazing. Congrats to Andrew. Perfect drive there from Austin.
And the one thing about this hole, though, is that there is that little bit of a mound just left of the pin. So if you don't have the right angle control or the speed control, the disc can get away from you and really start sliding and rolling, as you see Josh's disc right there.
Mm-hmm.
But that was a nice touch there, leaving him.
I think that might have been an
25 feet.
X-Cal.
Yeah, he's known to throw the X-Cal pretty well. These are all nice little wide hyzers with kind of like a medium speed driver.
That's a Thunderbird.
Mm-hmm. And that's just absolutely parked.
Josh for birdie.
Oh, no.
And Josh was having kind of a funny day where he was missing a couple easies, but then every like scary putt, he nailed them. Or like big pressure putt. You know, it was kind of a funny thing to be happening to him because usually you just never see him miss.
I think somebody needs to warn Austin Hannum for 30 seconds. He's just taking too much time on his putts. It's really starting to bother me. It's amazing. He just stepped up. I don't even know if he even looked where the basket was. He just kind of chucked it in there.
That's what he practices for. He knows where the baskets are. He knows the shape of the grass. He doesn't really look. He's got the course dialed in. He's a professional.
Yeah, he's putting together a pretty good front 9 at 5 under and nice birdie to bounce back after the bogey. It's going to be a 3 under start for you on the front 9. Not exactly what you're looking for, but Calvin with a 7 under front. Look at that leading crease. He's just playing like a superstar.
Yeah, he is. I just had those 2 encounters with golf greens, man. And really, really bad play by me on those holes.
Then you had a plane fly into your head right there, which must have been difficult.
It stung, but I recovered quickly. Thank you guys for tuning in. We will have the back 9 for you right away.